Should I share the screen?
Just a second.
Yeah.
Yeah, now you can please, Gauravji. Just hold on.
Sure.
Huh? Let me just do it. Yeah. Okay. So now we are ready. So let's officially start the session.
Yes.
So good evening, everyone. And I, Deepak Srivastava, welcome you to the 17th learning session organized by the Public Speaking Institute, the PSI community. And what a coincidence. The date is 17th and today is again our 17th session. Oh, God. Wow. So in the community,
Awesome.
we have a vision to bring on the eminent speakers from different fields who can add value to your life by sharing their knowledge and the situations they have been through using the power of communication. I take the special privilege to welcome new members and the guests on behalf of our PSI core community, and I would request everyone to unmute and applaud for themselves as well as for the others. Thank you for coming in and joining in. And for those who are guests, I'll request you to please add guest before your name if you are invited to attend the session. And I will also request you to share your details so that our team can connect with you later on for the community membership. Allow me to introduce you with the vision, mission, and objective of our PSI. Our vision is to have at least one public speaker in every home who can inspire the family. The mission of PSI is curated by none other than our great Author Sherry sir, and his mission is also the mission of our PSI community, and that is to have 1 million public speakers by the year 2030. So his mission is to create 1 million public speakers by year 2030, and so is the mission of our PSI community. The objective of our community is to promote public speaking skills, effective communication skills, storytelling skills, etc. The list is long. So we have, that's why people from all the different fields coming in and sharing their knowledge for the benefit of the community. I take pleasure to inform you that in this wonderful PSI community, we have professional speakers, public speakers, anchors, authors, coaches, trainers, influencers, startup business owners, professionals, educators, etc. You can name it, you can think it, and they are there. I request you to please maintain the decorum of the forum and do not unmute yourself unless you are invited or asked for, and keep your question and answer session for the end. Before we begin, let me allow to introduce you to the personality behind PSI. He is a well-known public speaking coach and mentor and has created 15,000 plus public speakers and is on a mission. What I said, create 1 million public speakers by year 2030. He is also the founder and president of MS Talks India, a public speaking platform given to 20,000 plus speakers across the world, and is 7 times TEDx speaker, 3 times Josh Talk speaker, and author of international bestsellers. May I request everyone to please unmute themselves and let us join our hands together to welcome Author Sherry sir, who is also the founder and managing director, Public Speaking Institute Community, and on a mission to give India its very first own public speaking university. Wow.
So thank you, Deepak, for such a wonderful introduction. Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much, sir. Pleasure is all mine. But I will say that this is still a crisp. There is a lot more to be said about you. And now, coming back to the topic of the eve, you must have heard content is the king and engagement is the queen. Now, is it true that content reigns supreme in the world of digital marketing or the public speaking? The phrase content is king is so common nowadays that mostly people feel that it has lost impact. Any effective content writer avoids such glitches with passion. I would like to share a different perspective as I learned from a chess player. Now, what is that? Shall I bring it on? If you want me to bring it on for you, please write BIO in the box. Yes, great. So what I have heard from him is that for anyone who plays or has interest in chess, you would agree that while the king is hiding in the corner of the board, the queen is out there kicking the butt and taking names. Hence, content is the queen. So we'll not go and discuss it in further, as we believe and what I believe that is well written content engages the reader, increases search engine rankings and traffic, and increases the likelihood of quality links from other sites as well. Let us learn more about it from the expert, and allow me to introduce you to our trainer of the eve, Mr. Gaurav Katare. Please give him a round of applause. So Gaurav Katare is a strategic copywriter and online marketing consultant for coaches, consultants, and service entrepreneurs with an established track record, known for his authentic copy approach. In 5 years of full-time freelancing, Mr. Gaurav has worked with over 60 plus clients, including best-selling authors, renowned business coaches, international NLP coaches, YouTube influencers, and many more. Please join me to welcome Mr. Gaurav Katare and let us hear from him what he has today for all us, for the PSI community. So Gauravji, warm welcome and stage is all yours. Please go ahead.
Thank you, Deepak. Thank you for such a lovely intro, and I feel very pleased to be a part of such an energetic community. And the mission of author Sherry is incredible. So I feel really privileged to be a part of the system and the learning system. And I'm happy to share the expertise that I have so that you could use this in your business and could grow. So shall we begin?
Yeah, please.
So the topic is how to turn simple emails into supercharged revenue system. Now, the thing is that to build a system to generate revenues, you do not have to be, which is around emails, you do not have to be an exciting writer or a marketing guru. I think I missed my screen just a minute. Now, before I go into the details of how emails can help you grow your business, I want to know how many of you are effectively using emails to generate leads, maximize sales, influence, or build an active list of lifelong buyers. Just put in your comments and share how many of you are effectively using emails right now in your business. Well, I could see some comments. Some says not at all, partially, little bit. Okay. Now, the way I'm going to introduce you the emails, you will try to see that you do not use it partially, or you do not, you try to leverage it with its whole power. So in the next 45 minutes, what we have is a 4-step framework of how to write emails that grabs attention, generate response, and produce sales. How to generate a consistent flow of high quality leads and clients. One of the biggest myths and misconception a lot of business owners have about emails. And the two are that you must understand to build a lifelong list of customers. So are you interested? But the thing is that why you should listen to me first. Before I go into the details and express you how these emails can actually transform your business and actually help a lot of my clients probably increase the revenue by 2 times, 3 times. And I'm going to show you how the simple ability to write emails can actually transform your business. The first thing that you should know is why you should listen to me. See, I filled like 7 different jobs in 6 years when I started my career. The thing is that when I joined my first job, I was dumped with thousands of data to cold call. And it was so frustrating. When I used to do the cold calls and people never do not pick up the phone, or even if they used to pick up the phone, the answers were almost the same. So cold calling was never working for me. And in the first job, it was like, it was shown a very rosy picture in the MBA that I'll be giving a consulting roles and I will be meeting high profile people, but it was all dumb. So I was fired in the first 6 months of my job because I couldn't perform. So now, when I was fired from the job, I started reading a lot. I started exploring, what should I do, because I do not want to have that same failure experience in my second job. That's when I got fascinated with the words, how words influence or persuade someone to make a buying decision. And then from there, I got fallen into copywriting, how to use words to actually sell. So the first thing I did is I changed my resume and cover letter using those words, and so started changing jobs. So I got my first job. So this is a simple cover letter I wrote, and I got the response, and the person asked me, "Hey, would you like to get work with us in a role?" So I could see the potential of what I was learning. So I started implementing more. Now between the jobs, because I had so many job failures and I've been into so many between the job experiences, I was also getting these. I was launching myself as into freelancing career. So I used to get all those opportunities wherever it was possible. So I started writing cold emails to prospects. So this was one of the first cold email I wrote in February 2012 to get a copywriting project. And this is what somebody wrote back to me. I believe we should connect. Currently, I'm traveling and we would be back in India, and we should, let's connect and meet. So this was just through an email. I opened a door for the opportunity for the first assignment. Even I didn't have any work experience. I said, this is working. So let's start using more of it. Now, this is post I started working with companies, and 5 years back when I completely got into freelancing, started helping companies, and you could see the kind of responses that I was getting and I was generating for those companies. So this is an example of a very high, costly product which is somewhere around 10 lakhs for doctors. And people say that, you know, my clients do not read emails. We wrote to doctors emails and generated responses from doctors, and these are high profile doctors who are busy in the in the profession. So it's not that people are busy, it's that you might be doing something wrong in the way you write emails. Then you help communities to grow. So this is for Thai Delhi. I started helping them with some emails, and this is the kind of, at that time Anush was the marketing manager, and he wrote that your emails is making people to respond. And these were the kind of response that they were generating through emails that I was writing for them. And then when I got into full-time freelancing, I do not want to completely go into paid advertisements or waste a lot of time into cheap networking events where do not find high quality people. So what I did, I created my own email templates to generate high qualified leads for myself. So I worked with acquired national best-selling authors, a lot of video influencers, just through the power of cold emails. You could see the kind of response that I could get. People write back saying that I'm interested, you can call me, and they share the number. I'm not saying that everyone who responds give you a business, but it opens a huge door. And the way I'm going to show you how to write emails, it builds that trust and credibility and demonstrate your expertise. That is what you want to do in your business. When you introduce yourself to a prospective client, you have to demonstrate that you are an expert at something and they can trust you. So this is what I was doing through emails, cold emails. And even though the general trend is that people avoid using emails because they feel that it is very cluttered, it's very clogged out. I mean, there are tons of emails in the inboxes and it doesn't work. But let me show you some simple tactics and secrets right now that you can apply in your emails, and you can open a lot of doors for you. See, for example, this guy says, this is a really good email. I usually ignore and do not reply to such emails, but this is a really good content and I look forward to your book. So you can launch books, you can launch courses, you can launch your services using simple emails. Look at the kind of readership that we can have. People are opening the same emails 11 times, 14 times, 10 times, 24 times. So doesn't it make sense to reach out to these people who are highly engaged? Do you agree? Do you agree that you have to have a system to engage your audience and figure out who are highly engaged and target them? Does this make sense? Cool. So this is what I've shared, and I've worked with acquired six-figure clients, worked with Nash Wellington. I call myself as a barefoot sales operator because I work barefoot. Now let's jump on to why you should start using emails. The reason I wanted to share a small part of my story so that you believe that emails work. And if you look at a lot of authorities, global communities, they talk about the return of investment on emails. See, McKinsey says email is 40 times more effective at acquiring new customers than Facebook and Twitter. An email campaign is 6 times more likely to get results or click throughs. The average order value can be 3 times higher than the social media. So that means if you're not using emails right now, there is a huge chunk of customers and income that you might be losing, because there is an incredible resource studies, tons of studies globally which talks about the return on investment of the emails. So for example, this says 89% of marketers say that email marketing is their primary lead generation channel. Now, even though there is a lot of popular medias are there, people are banging on Facebook, using it effectively, though it's a very effective tool, but it's very powerful to bring in new traffic. But if you want to drive conversion, generate leads, bring that leads into sales and retentions, you need a system to reach out to your customers every single day. You need a system without emptying your pocket to reach out and give more important, more credible, more powerful, more urgent reasons to do business with you. And email is the tool that allows you to do that. So like I shared, if you're not effectively using emails right now, you are missing on a big chunk of clients and income. Even more so now because social media is very crowded. There are 47 plus new shiny tactics which lure you to use them. But I'm not sure about the kind of returns that you might get with them. You need a system which is reliable, which is fast, which you could get up in a fresh hours of the morning in 20-30 minutes. You could do most of the work in terms of bringing leads to your sales system. And plus, buyers are more choosy and cautious. So if you agree that market is overcrowded, it's overpaced and overcautious today, you need a system which helps you build trust and credibility. Do you agree with that one simple term? See, especially post-COVID, a lot of marketers are online today, and they're trying hard to get attention, command your attention, and bring them into your world. But they forget that they have been pitched by 100 or maybe dozens of similar such companies. Why should somebody do business with them rather than somebody else? So I'm going to show you key principles why emails specifically work in today's overpaced and overcrowded market. And I'm going to show you simple secrets that you could apply in your emails. So that's the agenda for me today. Again, are you excited? Just put in I'm in. If you feel that this makes sense, just type in I'm in. Can you see this? Somebody said that they cannot see my slides. Can you all see my slides? Just
Yes,
put if you can see my
please,
slides.
please go ahead, continue.
Sure. So what we're going to cover is the 4-step framework first. The 4-step framework, which I'm going to break down, is in that each email that you have to work on is first you have to get the attention and leadership. So we're going to go a bit tactical here of how to write emails. And then once you learn how to write emails, I'll show you how to use it into a system to generate consistent revenues. Now, talking about the revenues, the first thing that you should know is how to get that attention and leadership. So if nobody reads your email, since you might be receiving tons of emails in your inbox and you can't get their attention, you lose out completely. The first step is getting their attention. The second is building relationship. Email is all about building relationship. Third is you have to sell your solution. The fourth is you have to motivate them to take action. So let's understand what do I mean by getting attention and getting leadership. How do you get attention? What do you think in one word? How do you get somebody's attention? So for example, you are reaching out to an audience of 100, or you are on a Facebook or on social media, or you're writing emails to a list of probably 100 or 50 people. What do you think is the one or two words? How do you gain somebody's attention? Just put in your comments. Unbelievable offer, shocking news. Yes. Great opportunity. Yeah. With attractive content that grabs attention. Yes. By communicating in a better and effective way, showing them big results. Gaurav says personalized subject line. Yeah. Sureshji says your dream to fly high. Value for me. Abba says value for me. So all these things are really, come out from one thing. These are all important elements. What you all said makes a lot of sense. But what is the core behind it? What is the essence behind it? What you're trying to do is getting into their world. With this offer, with, trying to personalize, making subject lines interesting, making your content integrating, you're trying to get into their world. So what is the one thing that is critically important is talking about the urgent problem that you're solving. That is the crux of it. All your offers, everything comes down to what is the urgent problem that you're solving. Even if you have a huge offer, if it's not solving somebody's problem which they're struggling at right now, no matter how good your offer is, he might not be interested. No matter how good you are at writing emails, how effective you are at your words, maybe you have a magnetic personality, the way you speak, it all comes down to talking that urgent problem. Could you see the connect? Could you connect with it? Does this make sense? Sure. See, and when I talk about urgent problem, here are three things that you need to know. What are your prospects' pain? What is worrying them right now? What is causing them maximum frustration or struggle right now? What do they want to achieve desperately? Before you communicate anything in your emails, these are the three things that you must know about your prospect. One of the biggest mistake people do when they write their communications or emails is they go into their product or service or the solutions or the benefit before building that connect, before going into their world and talking about their problem is your door to get into their world. They are not interested in how great we are and what we do and how we can help them. They're only interested in their problems. So, and how serious the problem is, the more effectively or more attentively they will listen to you. So let's take a simple example. So I created a program related to cold emails where I teach people how to write cold emails to generate qualified leads. Now, if we break down 3 statements of writing problems, let's look at them. What are their pains? What is worrying them right now? For my prospects, their word of mouth is dried up, no active source of getting leads. Then a feast and feminine situation. Feast and feminine situation means they some days they have a lot of clients and some weeks or some months they're struggling to get the clients. What is causing them maximum frustration or struggle? They've tried different methods but lost their time, energy, and money. It's a big pain to them. Probably they might have better products or services than the competition, but they do not know how to reach out to their prospects. So let me ask to you, how many of you feel that you have a better product or a service, but somehow you feel that you're not able to reach out to your prospects? Just put in yes or no. Do you find it as a challenge or a problem that you feel that you have a better product? So a lot of people feel that there are a lot of experts. You're an expert and here today because I know that you are able to deliver your clients much better than the competition because you're putting a lot of efforts. And that's the biggest challenge people lose because they are not able to deliver or express that value to the clients. Now, let's look at the third point when we talk about problems. What do they want to achieve desperately? They want a reliable, pocket-friendly method to get high-quality leads consistently with less work. So now, before you write your emails, before you write your communication, if you do this simple exercise and put in a crystal clear language of all these 3 statements and put in your emails, will that make sense to your audience? I'm sure it will, because it will immediately separate you from your competition, because your competition is talking about how good their product or service is. And when you go deeper into expressing their problems in a language that they understand, you immediately establish your credibility because they feel that you know them better than your competition. The deeper and better you do your research in terms of understanding the pains, struggle, and frustration, and what is that they want to achieve desperately, you will be able to connect better than everyone else. And this connection separates you from others in the market because the buyer is not just looking at a solution, they're also looking for a connection. And emails allow you that opportunity to connect, and not just once, but multiple times. Can you make a list of their pains? Can you make a list of what is causing them frustration? Can you make a list of what is that they want to achieve desperately? I'm sure you could talk about dozens of things. And in each email, you could address them. And they will be reading your emails because one is you're talking about them. Second is I'm going to show you how to increase the readership, how to make them read, how to write in a way so that they read. So let's move on to see the next part of this. The first is when we are talking about the attention. In the attention, we talk about how to get into the problems. Now, a lot of people say that my readers my audience is different. They do not have time. I mean, they're busy with so many things, they do not read emails. But the truth is, your prospect is investing time, or he's spending time watching Netflix, watching movies, reading books, hanging out with friends. He has time. The only thing is, you didn't make your communication interesting enough for him to invest time on you. So this is why readership is critically important. You have to make sure that people read what you are writing. So how do you do that? So how do you do that? How do you make people read? First, learn from the movies, learn from the Netflix, learn from the books that you read, learn from the communication that you have with your friends. What do you like about them? First thing is that it's interesting, it's entertaining, it's fun, it's variety, there is a lot of curiosity, it's emotionally appealing. We look for original and fresh content. Now, what people do in emails, they copy paste a lot of content which is already floating on the internet, or they talk about facts and figures, or they talk about what maybe Toby Robbins has said, or maybe Brian Tracy has said. But people are interested in what's your opinion. They're not interested in what other experts are talking about this. This is how you bring readership. And so start looking for, see, whenever you're having a one-on-one conversation with a friend, and you like some friends more than others, the only reason is that they're more funny, or they're more interesting. So try to bring those entertaining or interesting elements in your emails. So when you combine the pain part and write in a way that's interesting, that is not boring or academic or theoretical, people will read your emails. So try to bring that enthusiasm and excitement. So let me show you. So because being dull, lousy, or dry kills the readership. No matter how effective, how good your product is, what kind of quality you're delivering, but if it is very dull and boring, people are not going to read your emails. They might read once, but they are not going to come back. Well, try to make your emails a greasy slide. So simple thing is, if you have to write something, say something, record it and transcribe it. Write in a way that you're talking to someone. The best way to write like you talk is record it and transcribe it and see what makes the difference. Make it all about them. Try to use as many terms as yours, you, not me, we, I. Try to use words like you and yours. Be as clear as a bright sunny day. Write one simple sentence, put a full stop, write second simple sentence, put a full stop. I'll show you an example right away. Try to use action verbs. Words like, so if you Google, you will find list of hundreds of action verbs. So whenever you are writing emails, try to fill your emails with words that creates images in somebody's mind. So for example, when I speak word like burn, shatter, grab, accelerate, diagnose, broke, do these words create certain image in your mind? Just put in comments, just let me know, does these words, you don't have to tell a whole lot of story when I say that I was broke or I was shattered. So these words makes things fast and action driven. Tell stories that hook. Want simple ways. So in a couple of seconds, I'm also going to show you what kind of stories that you can write. But let me show you a simple example. Email into a, want the simplest trick to turn emails into aggressive. This is an actual example of an email. Make it easy to read. Long paragraphs and long sentences discourage readership. He feels there is so much to read. Write a one-word sentence. Write different size paragraphs. Make it uneven. Use eclipses. Write, scribble. Just sit down and write. Don't stop. Now, if you look at the last line, did you see how easily you slipped into the bottom? Did you actually slip into the bottom with this email? I shared it with in a community, in a social media group, and wrote this email. And a lot of people have told that they slipped into this at the bottom because I've written simple, small sentences, one words. So this is a tactic to increase readership. So let me ask you, do you, I mean, it's a simple thing. Do you think that this trick will help you increase the readership? Does this make sense to you? Just put in a comment the simple trick of writing simple small sentences, one word sentences, and creating flow will increase the readership. That is what you want, because a lot of people are not doing that. They are just dumping data and throwing it away and then they complain that people do not reply to their emails. They do not read only emails because it appears to them like a whole lot of thing to do. So you do the hard work for them. You make it easy for them to read. Well, so I just asked, did you find this helpful? And a lot of people are saying yes. So I'm really excited to share a lot of more things with you. See, what we discussed in the 4-step framework, first was the attention. Now, how to build relationship. So while we're talking about building that attention and leadership, we spoke about problem. We spoke about making it a greasy slide. Now let's jump on to how to build that relationship. So just put in your comments, how do you build relationship with someone through your content? Just put on your thoughts. What do you feel? How do you build relationship with someone through your content? Whatever thoughts come to you. Adding value, yes. Guru Prashad says adding value. That's very valid point. Make the other person comfortable, yes. Connecting at a cognition level, yes. Great. So you all are very close to how do you build that relationship, but let me bring it to two simpler things. There are two things that you have to do to build relationship, and one is obviously delivering value, generating value. Second is demonstrating your personality. Personality, I'll show you how personality is a very powerful factor in your written communications. And it's a tool to build that relationship. So relationship in your communication, especially in your emails, is built through first is value and second is the personality. So how do you build that value in your emails? See, when you do that exercise of dissecting the problem, you already have a lot of raw material. Do that exercise seriously and have that raw material. When you start talking about the real problems, a lot of people already have a desire to go from one step to another, but they do not know what is stopping them to go there. If you make them realize in a crystal clear language that what is the real problem, you immediately bond with them. You help them show a clear picture of what how the future looks like. You show them what is possible. You show them before the after picture. You show them what is how the problem, if remain unsolved, how it will hurt their life. You help them mask the myths. You motivate them to take the next action. A lot of people need motivation. They need somebody to push them. They need somebody to pull them inside. You introduce them to a solution which actually helps them. So this is how you generate value. You do not generate value by dumping free content in their inbox. It is available freely elsewhere on the internet. They can go on YouTube and listen to hundreds of videos. Still, if you want them to come to you, open your emails, you have to generate value not through free content or the dumping a lot of content, but by helping them realize what is the real problem. You help them realize how the future looks like for them. You help them realize why they should need a tech, that why they must take an action right now rather than taking it 5 years, 5 weeks or 1 month later. So this is how you generate a value. Now, in a lot of businesses, people do tremendous work in bringing customers into the business. But once they entered into the business, people forget about their prospects or clients. And your clients, existing clients, is a gold mine for giving you more business. So emails gives you that opportunity to reach out to them after they're into your world. Do you reach out to them asking them, are they happy with the decisions? How many of you send a thank you email to your customers saying that they made a great decision? Just put in Y or N, put in yes or no. How many of you send a thank you email letting your customers know that they made a great decision? Guru Prasad says yes. So everyone has his own, yes, a lot of people, yeah. So that's a great practice. Okay. Now, how many of you are introducing new products or services to match their desires and ambition? How many of you are consistently introducing new offers that match their desires and ambition? So, put simply, emails allow you that opportunity to reach out to your existing customers without emptying your pocket, and you build the relationship and get repeat sales. Now, let's come to personality. See, value is the reason that people will buy from you. Personality is the reason, the secret people buy from you again and again. The reason is they like you. They like the way you express. They like something about your story, about they like about your beliefs. A lot of people might be associated with PSI because of their culture, because of the story of author Sherry. So that's his personality. So how do you I mean it's important for you to bring your personality in your emails as well. How do you do that? You share your personal stories. You share what do you like, what do you dislike. You don't have to be a vanilla or neutral in your communication. You upfront tell them what is wrong about what's happening in the market. People like to have work with associate with people who have a backbone, who are very strong in their communication. Share your struggles and challenges. You see, people will connect more with your wins and struggles rather with your struggles and pain rather than your wins because they connect well. Plus, share your wins because that motivates them. Now, let me show you simple examples of how what stories you could share. So, see, let me show you simple examples of stories. How you got into doing what you do, what are your products and services, how are they developed, what is your past experience, how you discovered something, some secret that made you grow in your business, how your customers after taking different quotations. That has happened with me a lot of time. Some of the prospects called me and they might have taken different quotations. Still, if my fees, even if my fees is high, they want to work with me. So I share those stories in my emails very effectively. So do you feel that if you could have more customers, but since you could not help them see the value, you might have lost them? Does this has happened to you? I'm sure this happens usually with a lot of people. That's a common case because they feel that not able to generate value. Now let's come to third part of the framework, that is sell your solutions. See, a lot of people try to give educate in their emails. They give away a lot of free information and that harms your response. The reason it harms your response because you're not able to connect all those information with what you have to sell. So you cannot assume people will buy simply because you're talking about your product, you're sharing benefits. You have to ask them a solution. You have to tell them why you are unique, better, superior, different, exclusive, valuable. Because there is tons of competition and there are tons of options. So do a simple exercise. After this, just put by what makes you unique, what makes you better, superior, different than your competition, and try to see how you could use this in your emails. So since the time is running, I'll try to be a bit quicker. Is that Deepak? Yeah. Okay. So this is a very powerful exercise. Put this statement on a blank sheet of paper. Here are 3, 5, 7 great reasons I am uniquely qualified to help you. Now fill it. Write those 3, 5, or 7 statements why you are uniquely qualified to help your customers. This simple exercise I make all my clients to do. And in fact, the simple exercise actually can help you grow your business. If you just send an email talking about the problems and then send them 5 reasons why they should do business with you. Let's come down to motivating them to take action. You see, inaction is the biggest reason people won't succeed. Inaction is the biggest reason most sales are killed. People park aside things for later. Most people are sitting at the maybe position, you have to pull them inside. So how do you do that? You start using language that creates urgency. Give them a reason to take action now. Make them realize what they will lose if they don't act today. So start using so this is a simple handout from a program of mine. It's a paid program which is about an entire email marketing system where I share all the templates of actual language where you could write subject lines, you could write, your offers, leads, stories. I share a couple of psychologies, deep hidden psychologies, and share you the template. So there's a part of the template where you could use these statements and create sense of urgency. So you have to create that sense of urgency when you're writing emails. Now, talking about how the emails work. See, emails works because of 2 reasons. One is repetition, and second is relationship. 80% of sales required 5 follow-ups. You know, especially after a meeting, and 44% of sales representative gave up after 1 follow-up. So just put in how many follow-ups do you usually do? I mean, you might not be in a one-to-one business. If you're a consultant, you might be sending out emails. So how many email sequence, what kind of follow-ups do you do? Just put in yes or no. Do you have a strong follow-up system to acquire your clients? Guys, can you hear me? Just put in yes. Okay. Cool. So see, repetition is the tool that allows you to build influence, allows you to share your stories, allow you to do the follow-up, and emails gives you that opportunity to reach out to your prospects without emptying your pockets. And you could use multiple ways to reach out to your prospects. So now with your ability to write everyday emails, so like I shared before, emails allow you to reach out to your prospects and give more powerful, more compelling, more interesting, and more urgent reasons to buy from you at the same time, it nullifies your competition. When you demonstrate value and when you show your personality, you obviously come over your competition. And when you share interesting stories, people bond with you. So that's an email is a tool which gives you that opportunity to combine all those things and reach out to your prospects almost every single day. So when you build relationship, you build that know, like, and trust factor. You are able to sell them even before you introduce your product or services. You are able to retain your customers and do repetitive sales simply because you have been continuously building that relationship with them. So do you feel that you will have a huge advantage when you have an email marketing system working for you? Yeah, I hope everyone agrees that email gives you that opportunity to build that powerful relationship building. And you could use emails to generate traffic, generate leads, upsell, downsell, cross sell. You know, some of my clients have a huge list of products and they never reach out to your clients, introducing them to the list of products. Email, once they start sending emails, they could see a definitive repetitive sales because you have already built that trust and credibility. So you could use emails in a number of ways, regain lost prospects, reach out to prospects you haven't touched before. So it opens a huge door for you. So knowing what you know now, do you feel more comfortable using emails? Were you happy that you have come to the webinar today? So just put in, I mean, this does that it was a quality discussion we had. Does that make you a one step better in writing emails? So Deepak says big yes, definitely better. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, Sherry says absolutely yes. So I hope you like the time we have spent together. And if you want to go deeper and further on how to write emails that grow your business, what I shared was just a tip of the iceberg. This was just the scratching of the surface. I've created a program called Mass Persuasion Email Writing System, and it's a 6 module program where I share the secrets of writing attention grabbing, response generating, sales producing emails. It's a step by step approach to write emails that helps you hook, bond, sell, and deliver value and keep lifelong customers in an easy and more enjoyable way, even if you've never written a promotional email before. So here, what I talk about, I mean, it's a 6 module program where I'll show you how to write emails and you could start writing emails in a 20-30 minutes a day. Imagine if you could do the hardest part of your business in the fresh hours of the morning, reaching out to your ideal prospects and giving them more reasons to buy from you. I'm sure it is definitely going to help you grow your business. So the program here you get all the templates in terms of what should be the subject line, how you should write your leads, what kind of stories, how do you switch from stories to your sales page, and most importantly, how do you build a very strong hot desire for what you have to sell. So like one of the exercise that you saw was about understanding the problem. And this is where I go deep into the program talking about the problem, what makes you unique better, how do you identify, how do you crystallize your USP, how do you create a sense of urgency, how do you deliver value. So this program covers all. You will be after this program, you will be able to build a system to write emails and generate leads and sales for you. So I'm not going to take a lot of time because it's time to wrap it up. So this is what you get in the program and the complete system. Plus, I also show in the bonus I'll give you how to generate your database. A lot of people do not have a good database or strong database. I'll show you how to start from scratch from zero and build your own database, and then start sending emails every day. So plus in this, as a part of PSI, what I'll also do is I have included 3 more bonuses uh, for you exclusively for PSI. One is my cold email generation formula, where I'll show you exact templates through which I have generated a lot of leads for myself and a lot of my clients. I'll show you exact templates and written words which you could model and start using in your business. Plus, I'll also include 2 more bonuses. I'll give a 40 minute of scheduled consultation plus a group coaching of 3 group coachings for the entire program. So that's the entire framework. It's 35,500 value. But if you make a decision through PSI, I'm offering it for 5,999. So that's the entire offer. Now these are some of the testimonials that I have sold 20,000 per participant workshop thrice in 4 weeks program for one of my clients. So here, Dr. Ganesh says that he receives a lot of emails from marketing agencies. Gaurav simple email separated him from all of them and convinced him to hire me for multiple marketing projects. See, Miniature says that that's Gaurav's just one cold email got me interested, and then he hired me for multiple projects. So I have tons of such testimonials where just applying emails have helped them grow their business and help mine. So this has been the entire everything about the program. If you like to know more anything, just drop me an email at gk@gauravkatari.com. I'll show you the details of the program.
Thank you very much, Gauravji, for a wonderful session. And I admired what you said. Audience need attention as well as connection.
Yeah.
That's very well said, yeah. So with this, I understand that the content what you create, it communicates your message, educate your leaders, and persuades them to purchase your products and services over your competition. In fact, it is providing high quality content, which is one of the most important thing you can do to attract your client and create the interest in your business. I hope I got it right.
Yeah, very well.
Before I ask others for the question, so you added 2 terms. One was greasy and the other was lucrative. Was there was any connection between them as well?
So see, greasy means that you have to like a slide. You have to make them read from first word to the last word. So there has to be no bumpers in between. And by lucrative, I mean making it very juicy for them to take an action.
So anybody else who would like to, who's having any questions for Mr. Gaurav?
So if you have anything, you can drop me an email later also. I'll be happy to answer your questions.
I think people are all mesmerized with the content. They don't have anything to ask now. So thank you very much. Kerry sir, may I have please your some comments as well?
Undoubtedly a wonderful session. I think the need of the hour email and a lot of takeaways from the session itself. And I'm going to definitely recommend this program, whosoever come across. That's all I can say right now. And besides that, I think there are a lot of questions in the mind of people probably, and I was just thinking whether I should ask here or probably we can speak one-on-one. Is that how do you expect an individual to manage all this? Now I have a team, so I can definitely pass this on to somebody. However, for an individual, like a lot of people who are working in individual capacity, how do you expect them to manage so much?
So much, could you break down what do you mean by so much in terms of?
Okay, when I say so much, if I am a family person, I have a family. If I am into job or a business, I already am engaged into it, and I'm already connected with a lot of revenue resources. Now you have just apprised me with another revenue resource and client connection activity where I can acquire some of the clients just by sending emails. So how will this system be created and how all these things will be managed by somebody who's already either a solopreneur or working individually in as a freelance, or somebody who is already having small team? So all these questions, I think these are some relevant points which you can
Yeah.
address right now or later also. That's fine.
So, it's a very valid point, and it makes a lot of sense because a lot of people are already occupied doing a lot of things. There are dozens of things they are already doing in terms of marketing, sales, and this is a something new they might have not used or they haven't used effectively. So it requires some work. Now, thing is, there are systems and processes. So there are email marketing systems and tools where you don't have to do anything in terms of designing or anything. You just upload your emails and it's like pick and drop. You create this, you take the subscriptions. The only work you have to do is in terms of writing that email. Else, everything could be systematized and processed. Even if you have to build a list, it could be done through systems. When you create campaigns, this systems captures the email. It's already tagged. It's all processed. The only thing is you have to know how to use that system or a tool. It's a one-time simple process. The regular thing is writing that emails. So initially it will take some time if you're writing your own emails because you're in the process, you're a beginner in the process of learning. So 30, 40, 50 minutes might take to write an email. But soon, probably in a week or so, you will start writing emails in 20 or 30 minutes. So if you're sending a powerful communication to thousands of people and by investing 30 minutes in the morning, it makes a lot of sense because you could see the direct impact on your business. See, for example, I have prospects who've been seeing my emails for 6 months, and suddenly after 6 months, they gave me a business even without negotiating. So it makes a lot of sense to keep on doing what you do. Sometimes you see immediate results, and sometimes yeah. I've been able to answer the question.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Gauravji. So, dear community, we have the poll coming up, and where we want to know how engaging was the session according to you. Please rate between 1 to 5. 1 stands for the least, and 5 stands for the highest.
Do I get to vote?
You may please if you want.
In fact, when session started, there were around 18, 19 people. Now only 10 people have left.
Yeah, so people also have some commitments. 8 to 9 is the standard time, which is already fixed. So everybody plans their sessions accordingly. So it happens sometimes.
Yeah, very true. Very true.
Yeah, it's already late actually.
So we still have people moving in. Yeah. So we have 50-50 rules. It was good session. People enjoyed it thoroughly. We have 4 and 5. So people enjoyed it. They found it value. Gauravji, if you could please take off the screen.
What? Sorry?
Sir, I would request you to do the honors. Please felicitate Mr. Gaurav.
Sure. So thank you very much, Mr. Gaurav Katare. It was a very informative session. And I'm sure with your expertise on email marketing and promotion, which is the need of the hour right now for every business, I'm sure people are going to get benefit. Thank you very much for accepting our request, coming and taking out the time. We can't offer you much, but please accept our heartfelt gratitude and this digital certificate for your records. Thanks a ton once again.
Oh, that's a pleasant surprise. I haven't expected. Good to have you and Deepak. And actually, it was your initiation. I do not know whether I will be invited or not. I just Deepak invited and I am there. So I like that opportunity, and it's always good to connect with you and
Likewise.
the growing community.
Thank you, Gauravji. And
Thank you, Deepak.
now it's time for the public speaking ka tadka. with very few participants. I would request anyone who would like to share something from his public speaking skill or whatever he has gone through in any session, what he has learned, what adds value to the public speaking. May I hear it from you? Who wants to volunteer for it, please? Anybody? Mr. Guru Prasad, are you there? Hello? I think people are not coming ahead today.
I think
So-
it's called, yeah.
People have already started leaving the session also. If
Yeah,
we
yeah.
got too late, Deepak, I think we can postpone it for the next one. I think
Yeah, we have people.
everybody is getting late.
So thank you very much, everyone, for coming back once again on the session, and the more great sessions on the way for you all. Do wait for the next Thursday and all coming Thursdays, where the PSI community is going to impact not only with the benefits you are going to avail from the speakers and trainers, but yes, from your own perspective, because unless and until you are ready, no one else can do the change. So stay tuned next Thursday till we meet again. Do take very good care of yourself. Until then, bye for now. Thank you very much. Stay safe. Thank you. Thank you, Gaurav ji.
Thank you, Deepak.
Bye bye, everyone. Take care.